Hey friends, it's Friday. That means it is time for the Friday weekly wrap up, where we pull one card for the collective and individual cards for those who request. It is a vibes check on your week. How'd you do? What did you learn? How do you go forward? It's good to see all of you here, and thanks to those of you who came to our workshop last night. If you didn't have a chance to get there, the replay is up. It's worth it. I want to apologize to all the people with problematic minor arcana cards. Fact is, in 1 hour, we did not get out of the majors. What this taught me is that I could do a lot more let's talk about the cards sessions. People really seemed to enjoy it. We all got a lot out of it. I learned a lot. So we'll be doing more of that coming up. And Jenny, Virginia, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. You found not one, but two tens of swords? Is that how we would say that? Two of them in your deck. No wonder it's a problem. Yeah, and that can happen if you have more than one deck or if you go to tarot meetups. I once ended up with a spiral tarot that had like more than 100 cards in it because I accidentally grabbed some of my friend Marcy's spiral tarot deck. These things can happen. Oh my goodness, the problems of tarot people. All right, without further delay, let's go over to Card Cam, where you can see lazy me. These cards were just strewn all over the place from our workshop last night. I'm like, okay, that's what we're using today. There it is. I actually have two of these now. One stays in here in my broadcast room. The other is at my desk for readings. And they're getting kind of beat up. I guess I'm going to have to buy more. I think that's what it's going to come down to. This will just be a deck I replace a lot. All right. So thank you to those of you who were kind enough to remember our dastardly 3-card reading from Monday and let me know. I'll take the first one that I see, which is Audrey M. Thank you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. 9 of Swords, Knight of Cups, reversed. The Knight of Cups was reversed, if I remember correctly. And the 7 of Pentacles. Yeah. So, how do we end that week? With love, with wise decisions, with recognizing where we have options and opportunities, where we have the ability to make choices. We talked about this card quite a bit last night. And it is such an interesting card because on one hand, it does speak quintessentially of love. On the other hand, related to Gemini, being the twins, being of the element of air, it's not really the most romantic card. It talks about our choices, our decisions, how we differentiate between what we want and what we don't want. And certainly that comes up in relationships a lot, but it's also about our relationship with all things, which really at the end of the day in difficult times, this is all we have. Our ability to love one another, our ability to treat ourselves kindly and with love, and our ability to have agency to make choices about what we will be in relationship with. Makes sense? Makes sense. All right. Here we go. Let's get to the individual requests, and thank you everyone for being here. We appreciate you. All right. First up, I see Caroline McLaughlin. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. Monday, you had the Knight of Pentacles. And today, the 4 of Swords. It makes me wonder if you worked hard this week and did all the things you had to do and now you're tired. Now you need some time for yourself. It may have been a tiring week for you. I think you got good stuff done. And so now you deserve some time for yourself. Seriously. Justine, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member and a moderator. We appreciate you. Here is your card to end the week. The Six of Wands reversed. And I really feel like, and I'm sorry to say this, but I feel like you're getting called out for allowing situations or other people to make you feel like a loser, which you are most definitely not. And so I think there's some lessons this week about how you have to define yourself and not let others define you. All right. Liz Harrison, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. You started also with the Seven of Pentacles. We already had a Knight of Pentacles. You started with 7. Okay. And you end with the Page of Pentacles. So definitely a pentacly week for you. So what does that mean? You made sure everyone had what they needed. You took care of what you had to do. You created resources. You worked with resources. You learned and communicated about what was going on a practical level. All good stuff. All good stuff. Maybe not the most fun, but you got stuff done. So, hey, you know, that's a win. Yolanda, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. We appreciate you. Here is a wrap-up card for you. Judgment reversed. I feel like you're trying to make some decisions, either internally or externally. Internally, how you want to handle something or deal with something, you know, in terms of processing. Externally, in terms of, you know, potentially a job change or communication or whatever. And what this says to me over this course of this week, as you've been contemplating things, you may not be contemplating with all the information. So you may be thinking about handling something or processing something or doing something, but your decision-making may not have all of the pieces of information. So go back and think about, like, where are you making an assumption, and can you replace that assumption with fact? Rose, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. You are up next. Liz, thank you. Felt like a mama bear this week trying to take care and hold space for kids and hubby, which are both going through some heavy stuff. Yeah, it feels that way. Well, you're doing a good job doing it, so well done. Well done. Rose, thanks for being a member. Thanks for being here. Thanks for using members only emojis. Here is a card for you. The Page of Cups. I think you did very well this week coming from a place of love and compassion, communicating with others, and sort of speaking to others in a kind and good way, and bringing that energy for yourself as well. So well done. Oh my goodness, Nalini, you have been a member for 16 months. Thank you so much for that. We appreciate that so much, so much. And Audrey M is up next. Oh, Caroline, you had a busy week and you got heaps done. Well done, and now you're tired. Makes sense. Makes sense. Okay. Audrey M., you are up next. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. You had the 9 of Cups on Monday, and I hope you had a 9 of Cups week, because that's a good thing. But not entirely, apparently, because we also had the Tower. What a juxtaposition. 9 of Cups, the card of wishes fulfilled, happiness and satisfaction. The Tower, the card of which is like deep transformation. You know, these things are not mutually exclusive. They do go together. As I speak it aloud, which I encourage all tarot people to do, because that's really the only way. As I speak it aloud, I can see that these things do go together, and they go together within you, where you are constantly and consistently looking within yourself to break down and let go of whatever isn't serving you. So I think you did some good healing work this week. Now, this card could also say that something unexpected or unpleasant happened, and if that's the case, I am so sorry. But with that Nine of Cups to start your week, I feel like whatever happened, you will find a way to make it an experience of healing, learning, and growth, because that's what you do. All right. Rose, thank you so much for this. Your problem tarot cards class last night was excellent. You've helped empower me to play with the cards instead of silently saying, egads. Yeah, no, I get it. I'm so glad. That's what I wanted to happen. And, one can never be sure what's going to happen in a workshop such as that really requires the attendees to participate. It's not something I can just give a lecture on. So thank you for being there. Thank you for participating. Thank you, everyone. I was sad I couldn't get to all the requests, but really happy with the level of participation and glad it was helpful. That is fabulous. As I said, we will totally be doing more of that. We'll do it informally sometimes during Global Tarot Circle, and we'll do more workshops dedicated to that. All right. Audrey M., thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. A card for Lisa Byroads. Absolutely, she too is a member. She had the Eight of Pentacles reversed on Monday. Eight of Pentacles reversed. And now the Three of Swords. I'm thinking not the easiest or best week for Lisa, I'm so sorry to say. I feel like either physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, somehow, somewhere, there was something this week that was hurtful. And with the Eight of Pentacles reversed, it could be related to work, it could be related to money, it could be something going on that was keeping you from work. One way or the other, the word is healing, the need for healing, holding space for healing. Hopefully, that's what's happening. Nalini Kalu, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Cards for you and Brad. And before we do, I just want to let you all know, next week I do have my birthday, and as long as I'm breathing, I'm going to be celebrating my birthday when it comes around, because why not? And last night I mistakenly said that our members only live was on Tuesday, but it's actually on Monday. Jeannie was kind enough to text me and point out that I had misspoken. It is Monday evening, I think 7 p.m. The link is already up for members. We're doing my birthday party together. Bring a beverage, bring a snack, whatever. We're going to have some fun. And I'll be reading for you in honor of my birthday. That's pretty much what we're doing. So members, please do join us Monday evening. It's Monday evening, not Tuesday. I'm sorry, I misspoke yesterday. All right. Nalini, here we go. And thank you for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. Okay, for you and Brad, you had the Six of Wands. And you end with the High Priestess. This is good. I'm thinking you must have had a good week. You must have found some balance and some wisdom and some way to understand yourself as a wise person, as a winner, as someone who knows what they're doing. So whatever you did, I think you did well. So Brad had the Three of Wands reversed. But now the Nine of Pentacles. So Brad may have started out the week not feeling strong in himself, not feeling successful, but I think he really turned it around. So well done, because here we have some confidence and some success, and that's great. Oh, Audrey, so exactly what my week was. First cousin passed. I'm so sorry. My niece is struggling with cancer treatment, and my sister has serious health issues this week. All of it inspiring more reflection in my shadow work. So thank you for that pinpoint reading. It is amazing what can be done with one or two cards, right? So different from Lenormand, which I've been really working on studying this week. I have Erica's book and I'm having fun with it. And one of Erica's points is you cannot read a single Lenormand card the way you can read a single tarot card. And so I'm leaning into that, learning how Lenormand speaks to each other. But it is an interesting difference, isn't it? All right. Trey Cameron, you're up next. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Here's a wrap-up card for you. The Hierophant reversed. We talked about this card at some length last night. And like this week, honestly, I wonder if you did some reflection on just how far away you are from mainstream expectations. And I wonder if that made you happy or sad or a little bit of both. Like when this card comes up for me, I'm always about, this is my sign to lean into being the very unique individual that I am. And I'm hoping that you did some of that this week, because claiming our individuality, claiming the fact that we don't fit into a box, can be good and can be helpful. It can be lonely, but it can be good as well. Okay, Melissa Grosso, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. Started with the 8 of Wands and with the Emperor reversed. So we talked about this card a lot last night too, and the idea that this can literally be the government and structures. And I know you work in a very structured environment. So I'm wondering if this does speak to work and the way in which that particular structure is not pleasing you. I wonder if that could be. And with the 8 of Wands starting the week, there's so much flow, but there can only be so much flow in this structure. And that's not a bad thing. It's just a fact. And so there's that. Christina R., so good to see you, but you know what? I'm still stuck on that Emperor reverse. Give me 1 second, Christina. Melissa, that Emperor reverse can also talk about family stuff, relationship stuff, so many things. I feel like this week you must have done a huge amount of internal work. Just saying. All right. Christina, so sorry. For you and Karen, of course, Monday was the Devil reversed for you, which I found hopeful. And now we have the 7 of Cups reversed, where I feel like you figured out some of what the up and down was on all of that. You had to solve some confusion. You had to figure some things out. None of this is easy. We've been talking about that weekly. This is our conversation. None of this is easy, but I think you're getting some clarity, so that's good. Karen Winkle, Karen W. Karen is a member here. We appreciate her. Ace of Swords. And now Page of Swords. So that's interesting, right? Ace of Swords, Page of Swords. How much do I love that? Karen, you are in your truth. You are in your knowledge. You are in your area of expertise in more than one area. And you are figuring things out and you are speaking truth and people are hearing it. So well done. Smile Soul 20. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. Here is a card for the wrap-up. I feel like this could have been a hard week. With the Ace of Cups reversed, there is a sense of not feeling the love. And so I just want to remind you, my friend, that you are loved, that you are seen, that you are appreciated, and that you have love within you. And don't let anyone take that away from you. Trey, that was very true. Thank you. The Hierophant reversed is definitely my card in general. Me too. As soon as okay, my introduction to the Hierophant reversed, I'm in the back seat of some slant six vehicle that the crew I was hitchhiking with bought off a person who picked us all up hitchhiking. We pooled our money and paid $700 for it and put a fake plate on it. You could do that back in the 80s and maybe not get caught. Driving through cornfields, wheat fields, all of that on the way to the next Grateful Dead show, reading my tattered Eden Gray book and reading that the Hierophant reversed is the card of the iconoclast or the hippie. So, ooh, that's me! And here we are now. So, from me to you, Trey, let us enjoy being that Hierophant reversed. Joyous Ocean, no, you have not missed your card. Good to see you. Joyous Ocean is featured on the StarCon social media pages today. Just so you know, go check her out. Okay. Who's up? Who's up? It is Febborn. So good to see you, my friend. Monday was the Queen of Wands, and I hope you really leaned into that. And now you have the moon. And that's where things can get murky and we're not sure and what makes sense and what doesn't and what is real and what is not real. But it is in that space, that liminal space of intuition, where we also see intuitive truth. So with the Queen of Wands, we have creative truth. And here we have some intuitive truth. Hopefully those two things are working well to give you knowledge and insight, not to confuse you, but either could have happened this week. Justine, I felt all three of those collective cards this week on a very personal level. Was very much over scrolling, give me a minute. Okay. Nope. Hang on a minute. Was very much operating from a place of fear as the week began, had to move like a smooth criminal to get things done around the house. Knight of Cups. Had to do a lot of painstaking laundry work yesterday. Seven of Pentacles. There you go. Hashtag collective update. Thank you. Always happy when people can do that. Karen Hendershot. So happy to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member, Karen. We really appreciate you. Monday was the 8 of Pentacles for you. And now the Magician reversed. So with the 8 of Pentacles, I feel like you're working and learning and doing what you need to do. With the Magician reversed, I'm like, and no one cares, right? I feel like there are people around you, maybe it's professional, maybe it's friends, maybe it's family, who are just not hearing you and just not seeing you. And that can be really disturbing. It's okay. It's okay. You have to see yourself. You have to hear yourself. You have to know that you have the tools, the skills, the abilities, everything you need to do whatever the heck you want to do. And so feel that power and don't let anyone take it from you. Michelle F., so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. And your Monday card was the 3 of Swords, and you live to tell the tale. Here we are. Hope it was an okay week nonetheless. 10 of Cups reversed. We definitely have something going on here, Michelle. I feel like there is something. It could be personal, it could be professional, but it seems to be showing up in a more personal way. It could be friends, it could be family, it could just be something with you where you're not feeling your happiest. Either something has happened or you're just dealing with something internally and it feels hard. So hold space for whatever that is so that you can heal or fix whatever you need to do so you can find your way back to your normal joyful space. All right. Hey, DH, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. You're up next. Here's your wrap-up card. The moon reversed. Ooh, I wonder if, and I'm going to say, because you mentioned something recently that you're doing some kind of big channeling work. And I think this ties right into that there is some spiritual work that you are doing that is taking you to a whole new level of understanding, enlightenment, solution, healing, answers. I feel like that happened for you this week. Well done. Keep it going. Justine, he likes the Hierophant story, the Hierophant reverse story. I have such a strong memory of like that moment and just the quintessential energy of it, because what could have been more jet lag hippie than being in my illegal, cheesy car, packed in with 6 people and all our camping gear, which obviously wasn't that much because, it was what could fit in the trunk. On the way from dead show to dead show, reading a tarot book. What could have been more jet lag hippie in the 1980s than that? Oh my gosh, right? Not like I was trying to be a stereotype. All right, here we go. Cassandra, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Cards for you and your mom, Raquel, gladly. Here is a card for you, Cassandra. Ooh, I physically jerked back on that one. I'm sorry, the devil. I think this was a tough week. And it could have just been for very normal and mundane reasons. We have tough weeks, especially doing the job you do and having your significant other be deployed and having a child, just all of it. And so it could just be all of it, or it could be other stuff on top of all of it. One way or the other, a tough week, you're going to have to look at that and figure out what you can do to feel better going forward. For Raquel, Ace of Wands, this might have been a week that made you angry, but it could have additionally been a week that brought you some real creative energy and some real inspiration. It could be inspiration for art. It could be inspiration for solutions. But one way or the other, inspiration is good. Barbie Bird, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Oh, Audrey, good conversation about the devil last night. That's true. We did. We did. You're absolutely right. Okay, Barbie Bird. Monday was the 2 of Pentacles reversed. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. 2 of Pentacles reversed. And now Judgment reversed. So here you go, my friend. You worked hard this week and you didn't feel like you had everything you needed. You might be working really hard for not enough money. You might feel like you don't have the time to do it. And guess what? It's not done yet. Whatever it is, whatever that 2 of Pentacles reverse situation is, it doth continue. The key is you'll be able to handle it for the period of time you need to handle it, but do good self-care because you are definitely stretched and you'll continue to be stretched for a little while. Okay. Virginia W. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We're happy to see you. Thanks for being in class last night. Glad it was helpful. Here is a wrap-up card for you, Ginny. Woohoo! The sun. Okay, so I have to share this on a very personal level. Y'all know, Virginia W. and I have been friends for a while. She's up in Connecticut where I first met her. She and her husband are making a plan to move to Florida to be like 30 minutes away from where I work and live. And so she'll be able to come to our monthly tarot meetups and all of that fun stuff. We're really looking forward to that. What does that have to do with this card, Ginny? Well, when I was moving to Florida, this was the card that became the significator of moving to Florida. It started coming up very randomly in my readings, but it took on the meaning of, yes, go to Florida. Florida is the place to be. You will enjoy being in the Sunshine State. And I'm reading this card for you the same way I read it for me. as hard as this is, as scary as this is, and I know this is not your first time living in Florida, but it will be your first time living in this area. And it's a big move after living in the same house for a really, really, really long time. So I know it's hard, but this week, I hope you felt some sense of, when you're riding on your golf cart to the potluck, that in December, in a tank top, that it's going to be fun. And it's going to be good. So I hope you got some sense of that. Baby Cakes, good to see you. It looks like it's raining. Is it raining in where you are right now? I don't think it is here, but it's Florida. Wait 5 minutes and it will be. All right. Here we go. Baby Cakes. The moon. This week, I feel like you really had to confront a lot of things that feel unknown, that feel like, what the heck? What's going on? This is mysterious. What do I do? How do I handle it? What is actually happening right now? But I also feel like you kicked into your intuition, and your intuition gave you good information. So I think you should sort of stay in that space of spiritual trust, even if things don't feel as trustworthy right now. Kimberly, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. A card for you and Chris. Hope Chris is doing better. Sending both of you lots of love, but we know he's been having some issues. So starting with you, Kimberly. Two of Pentacles reversed. You have been stretched so thin this week, whether it's mental, emotional, financial, what the heck ever. So much, so much, so much, so much. And it's hard. So make sure that you do good self-care because it's a lot, and you know that expression, you can't pour from an empty cup. So be careful. With Chris, the Hanged Man, so I called it the Hanged Man, right? Because here it's called the Hanged One, which is much more appropriate than the Hanged Man. But of course, being the age I am, I will naturally call it the Hanged Man because that's what I learned, and I haven't degendered my tarot language as much as I need to. Anyway, for Chris, the Hanged One, this is actually a really good sign because this is what are we doing this week, right? Surrendering to what is, which is the only way forward. Interestingly, this is also a card that I associate with things like yoga, with a 12-step program, with really deep spiritual work that we have to do, not because we want to, not because it's fun, but because we have no other choice. And I think that's where Chris may find himself. Marion Newberry, so good to see you. Marion, you are up next. Thanks for being here. Justine, it doth continue. Someone must be hyper today. There is a part of me that just always wants to speak in really formal old English because I don't know. Because there's some part of my geek nerd self that thinks it's funny. I don't know. Maybe it comes from being raised by a minister who was my dad, the preacher, could preach. Not in a fire and brimstone way, but in a very compelling way. Maybe it comes from that. I don't know, but I'm glad you found it funny. Liz Moore. Thank you for being here, and thank you very much for the super sticker. Really, really appreciate that. Thank you. Oh my gosh, Diana, you were able to rejoin so you can come to my birthday party. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I had enough for the lowest tier. I'll upgrade after the first thank you. I have a full pantry and 3/4 of a tank of gas. Being broke doesn't even faze me. Well, thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. All right. All right, Marion Newberry, thank you for your patience. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. You started with the Three of Cups reversed, and now we end with death. So you and I have been talking here, off and on, about changes that you might be making in your life or might consider making. And I swear to goodness, it's really feeling like you are contemplating this. And this is not saying, yes, make this change, don't make this change, but that this time of contemplation of change is very appropriate and should continue. Oh, Ginny, thanks for the sun. We've had a great 2 weeks rehoming old stuff that still works. The cellar is 80% cleared. Well done. I've begun seeing myself in a new place. It will be so good to be near you. Yeah, I can't wait. We do have, the tarot community here, we do have a lot of fun. I have to say. And it's not just like everybody all at once, but, although that happens too, there's a lot of interconnectedness. You have a built-in group of friends just here waiting for you, wanting to go out for dinner and drinks, wanting to go dancing. So, look forward to that. We're looking forward to it. Okay. Okay. Who is next? Sheila Selby is next. Thank you for being here. My Monday card was the Four of Swords, which is, not the easiest way to start the week. And now we end the week with the King of Swords reversed. So there is a clear message with these two cards, which is like, if it doesn't fit, don't force it. If it doesn't work, don't try to fix it. Let it be and move on. Catherine Fan, good to see you. Thanks for being here. I feel like I haven't seen you in a long time. I'm happy to see you today. Here's a card for you. The Eight of Pentacles reversed. Has it been a tough week? So this is like, okay, my first thought is tough week, but then it also could have been like, were you not at work this week? Like, could this have been a great week because you weren't at work? I'm not sure, but I have questions about work. So one way or the other, I feel like there might be questions about work. I wonder, too, about continuing education, if there's something going on there that might have come up as a thought this week as well. Claire C., so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. You had the Queen of Wands on Monday. I love that card for you. You should just keep that card forever. But on Friday, you have the Four of Cups reversed, and in its reversal, I also love this card for you. Because you are learning how to be happy despite the craziness. And that's the key, man. I am fully convinced these days that that is the secret to life. The secret to life is refusing to be unhappy regardless of the cray. And the double cray and the triple cray that surrounds us. Now, obviously, not leaning into toxic positivity. Of course, we have to acknowledge what is hurtful, and if it makes us unhappy, it makes us unhappy. But I see you leaning into your creativity, leaning into your happiness, and I think that's the right thing. All right. Justine is like all for the Old English. The only problem is I'd really have to study it and learn it, and I'm not up for like reading that much Shakespeare. So I'll just occasionally say doth once in a while. You're right, Diana. Table for one. Now remember, once again, stress and anger do more damage to us than anything. It's true. It's true. Okay. Jeannie Mnuchin, it's so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Monday was the Five of Pentacles. Reversed, though. The one with the people destitute and cold outside of a building, but reversed. And I love that card when it's reversed because the opportunity is right there. So, Closing out the week for you, oh Jeannie, the Knight of Cups reversed. And so I think the question is, like, where is the opportunity and what sort of opportunity? Opportunity to teach, opportunity to perform, opportunity for friendship, opportunity for love. So many opportunities that you want, and it feels like they're coming in little drips and drabbles, but not like you turn on the spigot, you want full force. That's not what's happening. And that's hard, but it is happening. So that's the key. Remember what is happening, even if it's not happening to the extent or in the way you want it to be. It is happening. So that's something. Ben, Libra Does Tarot. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. You're up next. Here's your wrap-up card. The Four of Pentacles. I feel like this week you were cautious in some ways, maybe conservative in terms of your spending, maybe conservative in terms of, what am I going to say or how am I going to approach this? And maybe also recognizing the importance of self-care, which is obviously a good thing. So, well done. Jackie, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for reminding us about the collective cards. Really appreciate that. I see your request for a reading coming up, so we'll do yours in just a couple. Next up is Teresa. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for being a moderator. Thanks for using members only emojis. I believe I had the Page of Wands reversed on Monday, but it could have been the Three of Wands reversed, maybe. I don't know. One way or the other, though, these reversed wands, that never feels good. It usually doesn't feel good. And your wrap-up is a reversed Eight of Cups, which says, who cares how it feels? You're doing it anyway. And that's the energy. Good, bad, or indifferent, you are doing what needs to be done with great tenacity to make sure it gets done. So, there it is. And that's what you got to do. It may not be fun, but you're doing it. Now we're all doing it. Oh my gosh. Jeannie. Yep. Romance is kaput for now. I doth not complaineth. Oh, this is too much fun. This is too much fun. I think there is a tarot deck called the Old English Tarot as well. That would be so fun, right? To get that deck and then read in that style. That would be so fun and funny. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. Okay, next up is Julie. Nice to see you. Here is your wrap-up card. The Three of Cups reversed. I wonder if this week, maybe you were lonely, maybe you're worried about some friends or family members, maybe friends and family members were not present for you. Maybe you did not have that much fun this week, and I'm so sorry. The remedy, of course, is to find a way to have fun and do those things, right? Oh, Ben, thanks for that feedback. Makes sense. Yep. Okay, Ashley, you're up next. You had Judgment upright on Monday. Not a bad way to start the week. And then we end, you're the second one to get this, Knight of Cups reversed. So when we talk about Judgment, I actually wonder if emotionally there is something from the past that you don't have closure to. Some hurt, some upset, some anger. And I wonder if this week you worked on trying to find that healing. All right, Jackie Masters, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. We appreciate you. You had the Eight of Wands, and it was indeed a busy week. Well, there you go. And to end the week, the Two of Swords. And this to me, I'm thinking more about the Crowley aspect of this card, which is peace, versus the Wade aspect of this card, which is more decision-making. And I feel like with that Eight of Wands, I think you did a very good job being busy, getting things done, and being at peace with the pace of it, which is not always easy. So I think you did a very good job this week. Well done. Kanchan Verma, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Monday, you were another one with the Three of Cups reversed. Not that much fun. And now the Fool reversed. I feel like you're in a space where other people around you make you feel ostracized, stupid, like you're not doing the right things. And if you don't agree with them, and if you have another way forward, which I think you do, the important thing is not to listen. And I hope this week you didn't let that get under your skin. Adrija, so good to see you. Monday you had the Queen of Wands. A lot of people did. What a great card. I like that card for you very much. And we end the week with Judgment. I think you did a good job this week. Getting some healing, getting some perspective, getting some closure to things of the past, and really trying to hear the guidance of Spirit. So very well done. Justine, explaining your Six of Wands reverse. Makes sense. Got it. Hey, Kathy. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. You had to go to your computer to access the chat. Yeah, that can happen. YouTube can be weird from time to time, but I'm happy to see you. Thank you for being here. And let me just go ahead. Kathy Lee, I'm going to just go ahead and do your card right now. The Magician. This week, I think, Kathy Lee, you did a very good job communicating with others and using the tools at your disposal to try to move things forward for yourself. So well done. Betty Flesher, thank you for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. Ha, Jackie, perfect. I was some of the time, but as I couldn't change it, I was at peace with it. And that's the way to go, for sure. All right. Okay. Betty Flesher, here we go. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. Ooh. We talked about this card last night, didn't we? Betty, this week, I don't know if this is more something going on inside of you or something going on in your world, but it feels like you're feeling a little weighed down by something, or there is something that is taking a lot of your time, energy, and attention this week. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but it is something you want to be aware of. Makeup and Fashion Insomnia. So good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you, Wendy. Here's a card for you. The Sun reversed. So even in its reversal, the Sun is still a happy card. I feel like it becomes more realistic. Like this week, you are realistically considering how to do the things that will make you happy. And it's not perfect and it's not easy, but you're figuring it out. So well done. Oh, Claire, you actually had the Eight of Cups reversed. Oh, well, that's fine too. It's all good. Maria Baresi, so good to see you. Cards for you and Anthony, most certainly yes. For you, the King of Cups. Now, this could very specifically be a message of love from your dearly departed loved one in spirit. Could be. It could also say that this week you had, like, that spirit was with you and you have found some healing, some opening to your heart where things are starting to feel a little better. It feels good one way or the other. For Anthony, the Emperor reversed. So this is the thing, I think, for both of you. Maria, your late husband, Anthony's father, very present this week for both of you. I don't know if this was a particular anniversary or if one of you had a dream or a visitation or what it is, But I just see that for both of you. Your late husband is very, very present for both of you. And for Anthony, his father is really directly working to reach him and to try to help him get on his path. All right, next up, Christine Hallowell. So good to see you. Hang on one second. I just overscrolled. Give me a minute. There we go. You had judgment reversed on Monday. All right. All right, here we go. Okay, Christine Hallowell. Judgment reversed on Monday, and today, the Eight of Swords. There is something that is bugging you, that has been bugging you, that continues to be bugging you. It's causing you anxiety, and it may be something that just isn't true, or it may be that the way you're processing it isn't serving you or isn't right for you. So look at what you can do to kind of reprocess things, get closure to what you need to get closure to, and relieve anxiety. All right, Joyous Ocean. You had the Six of Cups reversed on Monday. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members only emojis. Six of Cups reversed on Monday, Joyous Ocean. The Ten of Pentacles today. And those cards really go together. The Six of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles both say home in a way, and not necessarily the home that is the house, but the sense of home. And I think this week, you may have found some real healing. You may have found some real support from those in spirit, as well as connection with those who are living. And I think you end up this week recognizing how supported you are. All right. Oh, Trey, I'm just seeing you reacting to my Hierophant story. Thank you. Martha Vink, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Here's a card for you. The Nine of Swords reversed. I feel like this week, something that was really bugging you, something that was really worrying you, has gotten resolved. May not have solved all the problems in the world or in your world, but something has been resolved, and that's worth celebrating. Baby cakes. It is indeed raining and pouring in Connecticut today. All righty then. Okay. Liz Moore, you're up next. Traveling through Virginia on your move to Pennsylvania. We're going to miss you here in Florida, but, you know, we're still connected, and our best wishes are going with you. And thank you so much for the super sticker. Really appreciate that. So here is your card to end the week. Five of Swords. You know, not easy. What you're doing is not easy. But you've made a decision, you're doing it, and you shall be victorious in doing it because you're doing what you have to do to make it happen. So well done. All right. Diana, a table for one, recently once again a member. You had the Seven of Pentacles. It was either upright or reversed. Here is a card for you, Diana, Justice. You are doing a great job finding your balance this week. Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially. You are doing everything you can to stay balanced, and that is not easy, especially for you. But you're doing it, and you did it this week, and you will keep doing it. So very well done. Very well done. All right. And Chara Saddlemeyer. I did skip you. I was just figuring that out. Oh, Christine relates to finances. Makes sense. Okay. So Chara, yes. I'm sorry, but here we are. I was just figuring it out when you figured it out. I remember that Lucian had the Empress reversed and you had something like, there was definitely some family stuff there. I totally remember that. So starting with you, Chara. To end your week, the Four of Cups reversed. What a great job you did. Just like dealing with everything you had to deal with and staying positive. You took care of a lot, you dealt with a lot, you came out standing, you came out smiling. Well done. Lucian, the Three of Swords. Lucian, you are definitely dealing with something. There is something going on that has been hard for you this week. You may need to talk to someone. It could be your mom, it could be someone else, but you definitely need to figure out what's going on for you that's making you feel not your best. Oh, Kimberly, Chris is slowly doing better. That's great. That's great. Liz, do I have time for a reading this weekend? Yes, I do, especially Saturday, tomorrow. So reach out, shoot me a text or whatever. Let's make it happen. But yeah, I do. Could do Sunday too if it came to that. If it came to that. It's not that serious, but yeah, I could. Okay. Here we go. Kimmy, you're up next. On Monday, you had the world. Well, if you have the world, what more do you need? My goodness. A lot more. Because today we have the Six of Pentacles reversed. So there is the world is this very expansive card. Six of Pentacles reversed is like almost the opposite of that, where it's like, yeah, well, we can have the vision of all this great stuff with the world, but practically on the ground here, day to day, we're not necessarily doing what we need to do. And that's not on you. That's not your fault. But it is frustrating you. So there have been some frustrations this week. I'm going to say a couple of things. Number one, you can't cause people to heal until they're ready to heal. Number one. Number two, you may not feel like things are reciprocal at work, at school, whatever. There may be situations where you feel like you're doing more and others are doing less, and that may be true. You'll need to decide if, like in the world, it all comes out in the wash and it's going to be fine. Or if you need to make a change energetically with that, if you need to set some boundaries. That's up to you. You'll have to figure that out. Okay. Alon, so good to see you. Monday, you had the Three of Swords and came back for more. Thanks for coming back. And now we have the Two of Pentacles reversed. You are definitely going through it. Oh my gosh. It feels like you don't know which end is up, and this has been a very tough week. I am very sorry for that. But the key is you have to take care of yourself. You can't wait for other people. You have to do what feels right for you. Okay, Lynn. I know how to say your last name, and now I'm nervous I'm going to screw it up. Lynn, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Missed Monday due to work. Wendy, I totally did you. I totally got you earlier. And I'm trying to remember what it was. I cannot remember. Oh my gosh. I'll think about it though. But it's there. It's there. Okay. Lynn. Look at you. 9 of Pentacles. This week, I think you did a good job being confident, being strong, being self-determining, and creating security for yourself. So very well done. Okay. Just in case, Wendy, makeup and fashion insomnia, I'm pretty sure this is your second card, and I'm fine with that. Oh, I remember what you got. It was the sun reversed. I remember that. So realistic happiness and planning for that. That's what it was. See, I didn't need to get you another card. It came. There it is. Okay. Hang on one second here. Just making sure I don't miss anyone. All right, Pip, you're up next. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. We're going to do you, Pam, and Pam's daughter. You had the Five of Cups reversed, and it was a tough week. All right. So, for you, Pip, Ace of Pentacles. You found a way. You got grounded. You did what you needed to do. So, well done. Well done. Not an easy week, but you got through it, and you got through it well. For Pamela, the Two of Pentacles. How cute is that? Pamela also got through her week. And the thing, Pam, is, it's not easy, but you're managing to find a way to move through it and dance through it and make it okay. It's okay. You're okay. And for Pamela's daughter, the Nine of Swords reversed. We see improvement. Something that was worrisome for you has gotten better. It could just be healing. It could be new information. It could be something great that has happened. But one way or the other, improvement. How good is that? All right. Christine, self-limiting beliefs regarding finances. Makes sense. Joanne Ellis, so good to see you. The Ace of Cups reversed. And this is Joanne Ellis, but I realize I just skipped PL Day, so I'm coming back to you after PL Day. Joanne Ellis, Ace of Cups reversed. This week, you were not feeling the love. Either something happened that made you unhappy, or you felt lonely, or you just weren't feeling good within yourself. So what you need to do now is really good self-care. That's the important thing. PL Day, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. You started with the Two of Cups reversed, and you end with the Fool. So whatever that was, I think you found a way to get into your head and be on your journey and enjoy your life and not let other people get you down. So well done. Ha, Diana, you're too funny. Okay. Yeah, see there, Wendy, makeup and fashion insomnia. All I had to do was threaten to grab my cards, and it came back into my head. There it is. Okay. AAC, good to see you. Here's a card for you. I think this week you're not the first one to get this. I think you did a good job just taking what comes and staying happy, even if it's weird, and feeling self-determining, and that's so important. So well done. Oh, Chara, that totally makes sense. All right. From my perspective, I have come to the end of the list. If I accidentally skipped you, I'm so sorry. Please do reiterate. If you haven't asked for a card, but you want to, it is last call for readings, y'all. All right. I will be back here tomorrow with your Saturday Psychic Sampler. That's usually at 12:30 Eastern Time. Bring your specific questions. I want to remind you, for the members, Monday evening, the link is already up, 7 p.m. Come to my birthday party and I'll read for you. It will be fun. All right. And yes, I am available for readings this weekend, so please do reach out. There is a link. There's a few links in the description. There is a link to book an appointment with me, which is what I want you to do. There is also a link to learn more about StarCon and get your StarCon ticket. I want you to do that too. And please understand, like, if your time and money are limited, you can get a virtual general admission ticket for $10. Something like that. Yeah. And that will get you into the year-long afterglow, where there's going to be classes that you're not going to get to see anywhere else, and they won't be recorded. So, I mean, even that. So everyone should get a StarCon ticket, at least that. And of course, there's a link to become a member, which I hope you do. All right. Oh, Persnickety, you liked the newsletter video. Very good, very good. All right. I am not seeing any more requests, so I feel like we're good for today. Thank you all so very much. Do reach out and book that reading. This is the best time of year to get a reading, so you know you want to do that. Virginia, keep on trucking. You know I will. You know I will. Take really good care. Thanks for that Grateful Dead reference.